Hi friends, welcome to our channel. We are Edwina and Arnold, and in this video we are sharing with you our summer road trip in the stunning Canadian Rockies. In the previous video, we visited the crown jewels of Banff National Park, Lake Louise and Moraine Lake. Today, we are continuing our journey through what is widely considered one of the most beautiful driving routes in the whole world, the Icefield Parkway. This highway has gained its legendary fame because it is quite literally dotted with an abundance of incredible sights along its 232-kilometer route. There are so many, in fact, that it would take more than the whole day if you wanted to visit everything along the way. We should mention that the scenic route is open year-round, but it is understandably most packed during the summer months, just like we experienced. Car parks in the area can fill up rather quickly, but trust us, the waiting time is absolutely worth the views. This time around, we purposefully avoided locations that would be too physically demanding or not so easily accessible, such as the Parker Ridge Trail. If you're traveling with a group of varying physical capabilities, you can definitely take a look at our recommendations here, as most fall under the manageable category. Our first stop was the Lake Viewpoint, about 30 minutes from Lake Louise. This picturesque lake is located right beside the highway, so it really doesn't take too much effort to enjoy the scenery. This might also explain why this place was completely swarming with visitors. We're at the Lake Viewpoint. It's pretty crowded. From this location, you have a 360-degree view that includes Crowfoot Glacier, Bow Glacier, and countless majestic mountain peaks around the place. The next one on our list is a lake famous for its unique silhouette, Peyto Lake. You will have to make a short hike with an incline to reach the lake viewpoint from the car park. So what is unique about the shape of this lake? It doesn't take much imagination to see its resemblance to a canine silhouette. Some say it looks exactly like a fox, others would insist that it looks more like a wolf. Which team are you on? Either way, this uniqueness is enough to attract visitors, making this one of the more popular spots along the route. Continuing along the drive, we made a stop at Waterfowl Lakes. We followed the river upstream and found this one of the Waterfowl Lake. This area is less touristic, but it is a prime camping site in the region. The spot comprises two connected lakes. The one in the south where we were was very much quieter but offered a splendid landscape, ideal for a picnic or a light hike to break up your long drive. At around 2 p.m., we reached a geological marvel, the Mistaya Canyon. It's just a short hike from the car park, but you will contend with some slightly uneven terrain. Here you witness the raw power of water carving a deep, narrow gorge over thousands of years and creating dramatic swirling walls. Incidentally, the water here comes from the very same Peyto Lake we visited earlier. If you want to, you can get a bit closer to the Mistaya River to feel its deep rumble and the strength that cuts through the limestone. But please keep your distance from the water's edge, as there are few to no railings and the wet surfaces can be slippery. It is much better to enjoy the view of the river and the mountainous backdrop from a safe spot. Just slightly after the halfway point, we started to get our first glimpse of the Columbia Icefield Glacier, the largest ice field in the Canadian Rocky Mountains and one of the most significant ice masses in North America, covering an area of more than 300 square kilometers. One part of this glacier that can be easily accessed is the Athabasca Glacier, where we made our next stop. You can either park at the Icefield Discovery Center or try your luck at the smaller car parks closer to the toe of the glacier itself. The Discovery Center has a few things on offer, including an exhibition hall, a souvenir shop, a cafe, and the Ice Explorer Tour, where you ride a specialized all-terrain vehicle that brings you right onto the surface of the glacier. You can also opt to hike by yourself and get closer to the glacier's edge, but do note that the temperature plummets as you get nearer, and the glacier wind, known as the katabatic wind, can be very strong and gusty, often reaching 60 kilometers per hour, making the air feel even cooler than it is. If you are without proper clothing, maybe viewing the glacier from the Discovery Center while sipping a warm beverage is a more comfortable alternative. In addition to that, please do not try to climb onto the glacier as it requires proper equipment and knowledge. The ice field might hide some dangerous crevices. After that literally chilling time at the toe of the glacier, the last point of interest we visited along the scenic drive was Sunwapta Falls, which, like Mistaya Canyon, carves through a dramatic gorge that is easily reached via a short access road off the main highway. The main feature of this waterfall is the way the water coming from Sunwapta, meaning turbulent river, converges into such a narrow and ferocious tunnel, creating a powerful sight from the bridge above it. As we mentioned, Sunwapta Falls was the last spot we visited that day due to time constraints. However, the next morning, we actually drove back onto the highway to visit the Athabasca Falls, one of the most famous waterfalls on this route. We definitely suggest that others do not miss this one. The area around the falls is equipped with excellent infrastructure, including a large car park, a network of paved paths, bridges, and viewing platforms, making it very accessible even on a rainy day like this one. The falls might not be the tallest, standing only at about 23 meters. However, due to the sheer volume and force of water coming from the Columbia Icefield, it earns a Class 5 waterfall rating, characterized as violent, powerful, difficult to navigate, and extremely dangerous. It sounds like a description of an unhealthy relationship. You can take a slightly downhill path following the fall's flow, which brings you to an area where you can see the bottom of it. The water then spreads back out into a wide area of the Athabasca River, which is apparently a popular spot for whitewater rafting.
Caught a group about to whitewater raft.
Athabasca Falls concluded our experience on one of the most scenic drives in the world. Of course, there is much more to see here, and we just couldn't explore everything this drive has to offer in one go. We hope one day we will have another opportunity to go through this remarkable place again. But do stick with us. In the next video, we'll bring you around the town of Jasper and on our last hike in this series. So be sure to join us. Until next time!